What if I told you the future of AI isn't in giant servers or billion-dollar supercomputers, but right in your pocket? Sounds unbelievable, right? Well, Google just proved AI doesn't need to be massive to be mind-blowing. Their new embedding Gemma runs offline faster than you can blink, and it fits on devices as small as your phone. And the crazy part, this AI model is smaller than the size of most HD movies you download, and yet it's powerful enough to run offline on your phone or laptop. That's not just innovation, that's a complete shift in how we think about AI. So, let's dive into why this release is such a big deal. We're used to massive AI models like GPT-4 or Gemini, which are powerful but expensive giants locked to the cloud. But embedding Gemma, this one completely flips the script. It's only 308 million parameters, which might sound big, but in AI terms, that's considered featherweight compared to the billion parameter giants dominating the space. And yet, despite being so small, it's managing to outperform models twice its size. It defies expectations and proves that size isn't everything in the AI world. And the surprises don't stop there. This model doesn't just perform well, it runs locally. That's right. Instead of depending on some faraway server farm, embedding Gemma runs directly on your device. With under 200 megabytes of RAM usage, it can sit quietly on your phone or laptop and deliver results in real time. Think about that. 200 megabytes is less than many apps you casually download without even thinking about it. And when it comes to speed, it's just as impressive. We're talking under 15 milliseconds response time on Google's specialized Edge TPU chips. That's basically instant. Imagine an AI that gives you an answer before you even finish blinking, and it does all of this without ever touching the internet. So why is that such a big deal? The answer starts with one word: privacy. Every time we use a cloud-based AI model, all of our data has to leave our device and travel across the internet to a server somewhere out there. For everyday tasks, that might not sound like a problem. But what about when you're working with sensitive information, your medical history, your bank details, your private conversations? Sending that data to the cloud introduces risk. And for a lot of people, businesses, and industries, that's simply not acceptable. This is where embedding Gemma shines, because it runs fully offline, especially when paired with Google's Gemma 3N. Your data never has to leave your device. No cloud dependency, no chance of leaks, no opportunities for snooping. Your private information stays private, and that's a game changer for fields like healthcare, law, finance, or even personal journaling. But privacy is only one side of the story. Here's the other. It's multilingual. Embedding Gemma has been trained on more than 100 languages. That means it doesn't just work in English. It can handle Hindi, Spanish, Swahili, Arabic, and dozens of others with accuracy. Think about what that unlocks. A single model that fits in your pocket, but can understand over 100 different languages. That's not just impressive, it's revolutionary. In fact, it tops benchmarks for all models under 500 million parameters. So not only is it multilingual, it's best in class at its size. Now let's break down what this AI actually does. Unlike generative models that are designed to write essays, generate images, or compose music, embedding Gemma is built for something called embeddings. What does that mean? At its core, it transforms sentences and words into numerical representations, basically vectors. Embeddings are what make many of our everyday tools work. They help run search engines, recommend videos or products, find documents, and even support chatbots. For example, instead of going online to search your old emails, your device could understand your question and instantly pull up the right one, all offline. Or you could have a personal bot that remembers what you've written before and finds it in seconds. Even better, a mobile assistant could organize your files, notes, or chats without ever needing the internet. Once your device can actually understand your information, the possibilities are endless. And here's a twist that makes embedding Gemma even more flexible. Most embedding models lock you into a certain size. If you want to store smaller vectors to save space, you usually have to retrain the whole thing. But Gemma doesn't play by those rules. Its default vector size is 768 dimensions, which is already powerful. But here's the cool part. You can shrink that down to 512, 256, or even 128 dimensions without retraining. The performance stays strong, but the footprint gets smaller. That means faster lookups, lighter storage, and more efficient systems. It feels like having a car that can run equally well on different kinds of fuel. To put it simply, if you're using a local AI search tool, smaller vectors mean results show up faster and your device doesn't use as much space. It's like shrinking a big photo to a smaller file while still keeping it sharp and clear. This flexibility makes it super practical for real life, whether it's mobile apps, small databases, or devices that don't have much storage. So where does embedding Gemma fit into Google's bigger AI plan? Think of it as part of a balanced system. On one side, you've got Gemini embeddings, huge, cloud-based, and built to handle billions of requests for big companies. They're perfect for organizations that need large-scale, global AI. On the other side, you now have embedding Gemma, small, private, offline, and built for personal or device-level use. One model lives in the cloud, the other in your pocket. Together, they cover both needs. It's not just about making one model. It's about creating a full AI system that works for different situations. And that brings us to one of the most important things about embedding Gemma. It's not just a flashy research experiment. This model is practical from day one. It's not just another model that gets hyped up at launch, but isn't actually ready for developers to use until months or even years later. Embedding Gemma is different. It's already integrated with real-world tools like Hugging Face, Kaggle, Vertex AI, and more. That means if you're a developer, you can build with it today. You don't need to wait around for extra support or complicated updates. Now let's circle back to the numbers, because that's where you see just how much of a breakthrough this really is. With 308 million parameters, it's outperforming models twice its size. With a memory footprint under 200 megabytes, it's small enough to live on consumer devices completely offline. With inference times under 15 milliseconds, it's fast enough for real-time applications. And with training across more than 100 languages, it's one of the most versatile embedding models ever released. Each one of those stats is impressive on its own. Put them all together and you've got something truly groundbreaking. So what does this unlock for us as everyday users? Let's make it concrete. Imagine a secure offline search that lets you instantly look through all your personal files without risking any data leaks. Imagine a chatbot that runs locally on your phone and never shares your private information with anyone. Picture a mobile app that can translate between dozens of languages instantly without needing internet access. Or think about AI-powered agents that can run on devices in rural areas, disaster zones, or anywhere connectivity is limited. This isn't some far-off dream. These are real possibilities that embedding Gemma opens up today. And maybe the most surprising part? This model could make edge computing a reality on a big scale. For a long time, AI has mostly lived in the cloud, meaning one big place that everyone connects to. But with a model this small and efficient, millions of devices like phones, laptops, wearables, and even smart home gadgets could run AI locally. That's not just a new tool, it's a whole new way of thinking. Decentralized intelligence. Instead of depending only on giant servers, intelligence could spread across billions of devices. That means AI becomes closer, faster, and more personal than ever before. But everything in this world has pros and cons. The same goes for Gemma. It is powerful, but it's not without limits. For starters, it's not generative. Don't expect it to write essays or create images like ChatGPT. Its real strength is embeddings, search, and ranking. Also, its size is tiny compared to giants like GPT-4 or Gemini 1.5. which means it's not built for super complex reasoning. Then there's the hardware factor. It shines on capable phones, laptops, and servers, but weaker devices might struggle. And finally, while it works great out of the box, if you want it to master a niche task, you'll need to fine-tune it with extra data. Google's embedding Gemma proves that AI doesn't have to be massive to be powerful. It shows us a future where privacy, speed, and accessibility matter just as much as raw size. The age of AI in your pocket isn't coming someday, it's already here. So what do you think? Would you trust an AI that runs completely offline on your own device? Or do you still prefer the power of the cloud? Drop your comments below. Make sure to subscribe for more such content. Meet you in the next video. Thanks for watching.